Hello everybody, it's TheNewSam coming at you again with another SH Figuarts review, and we're going to be looking at Mighty Form Kamen Rider Kuuga. Start with the packaging, just like with RX, silver packaging, black and white photo of the rider, the particular television show logo, as it has the Kuuga logo there. I can only assume that this is not meant to be Onodera Yusuke from Decade, and in fact meant to be Godai Yusuke from Kuuga. And the name, with Mighty Form written underneath, and the name, and the name, and the name, and the warnings. On the back, we've got post-rider kick, performing rider kick, although that's not actually the post for his rider kick, but it's pretty close. Giving the Godai Yusuke thumbs up, and either or his henshin pose, or just before he does his rider kick, since he performs the same pose, or just before he changes form to another form like Pegasus or Dragon or Titan. He uses that pose a lot. Also, what I really like is on the top of here, very very light, got a little bit of grongi lettering with a nice little Kuuga emblem right at the end. So, popping them open. Now, Kuuga's very sparse for what he comes with. Basically, he's just got his option hands and the figure itself. He comes with two of the henshin posing hands. One there, two wide open graspy hands, or gropey hands, or rage hands, or whatever you want to call them. Two gripping hands, despite the fact that he literally has nothing to grip. And, of course, Godai Yusuke thumbs up hand. And the fist, which are already on the figure. So, pop this plastic tray apart. I said pop this plastic tray apart. There we are. And hands scatter everywhere. That's the thing about these. I usually keep my hands in a bag if I'm not keeping it in the package, because these things, they get absolutely everywhere. So, hands, and Kuuga. So, first thing that I noticed when I opened this guy is that this is a particularly shiny red that they've got on his armor here. Very cool. But for overall look, I mean, the ankles are a bit thin. That's another thing I noticed right off the bat. But the detailing is pretty fantastic. Die-cast feet. You got the gold here and here with the little painted red for the jewels in there. Back of the hands, he's got the red. Gold trim, red armbands. I'm a bit disappointed that this red on here is different from the red that they used on the hard plastic parts, like the shoulder pads and the chest armor. Nice clear, clear plastic gem type thing for the stone on the arcle, and pretty good detailing on that too. You can even see the zoom in on it here, the lettering on the side, and around the bottom of the armor here, a whole slew of grongi writing. Also up on the gold trim around his neck. Just really well done, really cool. The head sculpt is pretty amazing. I mean, I can get some better light on it here. There we are. Unmistakably Kuuga. You get the nice compound eyes, gold horns. Very cool. Posability-wise, he's very similar to what we saw with RX, though, like I mentioned in my RX review, despite having a very thick chest, thick, solid chest armor piece here, Kuuga gets considerably more waist movement. I think due to the fact that this part, his stomach here, actually recesses into the belt a lot more, allowing it to pop out more and move more. So that's cool. He's got the same type of leg joint for up here, I guess hip joint, as RX, which means, again, he can't kick much higher than that, unless of course you bend his other leg, or have him doing one of those. But for straight out, not so much. Other than that, like I said, articulation's pretty much the same. You got your double jointed knees, your, you know, multi-swiveling ankle, your pointy toes, and elbow, shoulder, which lifts up and down, the wrist on the one joint, and then the ball joint. And actually, this one gets head, neck, all that articulated because he doesn't have the big, giant, like, you know, neck brace thing that RX has, so you can actually get some decent poses and maneuverability and whatnot out of his neck, which is cool. Quite cool. So we'll take a look at him with some of the option hands, and then I guess I'll wrap up my review on Kuuga. Now we'll get the pose from the back of the packaging, with him about to do his rider kick, or about to Cho Henshin, or just finishing his transformation. Either way, whatever. Godai reassuring us that everything is going to be alright. Ready for some grappling. Attempting to justify his holding hands by equipping him with a tiny Optimus Prime rifle. So that pretty much sums up my look at Kuuga. In retrospect, I kind of wish that I had waited to do these reviews for my Tamashi stages to come in so that I could do some aerial kicking poses for him and RX before him and the ones that I'm about to do. But, you know, such is life, I suppose. Anyway, overall, great figure. Again, I'm loving Figuarts for their detail, their posability, and all that. They are so much fun. This is another one of those ones that was fetching some pretty hefty prices, but as soon as it was reissued, I, you know, jumped on it. It especially helped that at the time I was watching Kuuga. So now that I've watched that all the way through, I almost kind of want to get some of his other forms, but like I said in my RX review, I ran out of money. I literally have none left. So that's not going to happen anytime soon, at least. But anyway, no, great figure. And like I said, especially with the Grongi lettering that's etched into his armor, he looks absolutely fantastic. Alright. Well, that's enough for this one. Join me next time when I will be either looking at Ichigo or Shin Ichigo. We'll see you next time. Real quick update on Kuuga. I took the liberty of using a small black Gundam marker to add in some black lines on the arcle here. As you can see, I've got black detailing all in and around here, and symbols on either side of the belt have been inked in as well, just to make it a little closer in appearance to actual photographs of the belt, like on the box here. See, like that. I mean, it's a really subtle addition, but at the same time I think it greatly improves the overall look of the figure.